This video is brought to you by the following sponsors. Emerald Travel and Cruises. Without a travel agent, you're on your own. All About the Yard. We're dedicated to helping you enjoy your lawn. Please call John at 341-8170 for a free estimate. KS Designs. If you're looking to update your kitchen or bathroom, KS Designs of Mapleton is here for you. Let me tell you a tale of terror from the 1980s. It involves a malevolent spirit known by many as Beetlejuice. To witness the spirit, all you need to do is show up at the Maple River Auditorium where the Drama Club will be performing Beetlejuice. Of course, the other way to summon the spirit is to simply say his name 3 times, and you will behold Beetlejuice. Oh dear, I've summoned him. Truth be told, Beetlejuice isn't quite ready for opening night. So I visited with the drama department to learn a little bit about the process it takes to bring a musical to life.
When I'm picking a script, a couple things play into mind. I look at number of kids that I have, how many males, how many females. If I think that I'm going to have a large group of unknowns show up, that kind of plays into it. And then we start looking at scripts that we think will fit their vocal range, for one. We've been doing a lot of the juniors lately, just because we've had a lot of young casts and they're kind of made for younger voices. And this was the first year we were going to go with a full-length musical in 6 years. We have the talent, the kids are maturing, they can handle it voice-wise, and then due to uncertain circumstances, I ended up getting ill and had to pick Junior, which was a little bit smaller and maybe to get done in the amount of time that we had. But in the interim, Beetlejuice became available, and we've been wanting to do that once for a couple years now. So rights were finally available, and we snagged it up.
Of course, before any actors can take the stage, they must first have auditions.
So when auditioning, we normally just come here after school. Auditions will start, and Steve will just get out like a bunch of random scenes from the play we're gonna do, and then you might read one character, take like a 10-minute break, go read another character, and just keep doing random scenes. And then a couple days later, you figure out the cast list because Steve put it together over a weekend.
So I messed up a lot because, well, we're just like going through lines and stuff that we don't know anything about.
Well, I've done community theater, and I feel like that's very different from what we do here. Here, they give us all of our materials. So, like, they'll give us our song that we need to sing. They'll give us a bunch of different scenes to work on. We'll get, like, a sheet of paper that we can put down, like, our name, our email, all of that stuff. And then we also get to choose and, like, prioritize what characters we would like to have. And then we just like run through everything that we need to do, and then Ms. Conover and Steve take that into consideration.
It really just depends on the show. If I know it very well and happy with it, then I do much better. But like with Beetlejuice, I feel like I did very well. But like in other ones where I don't remember or know the production very well, I just don't do as well.
Once the parts are assigned, then comes the more challenging part of memorizing the lines.
Mainly I've carried my script around multiple times just with me in the scenes, and then once I start getting a feel for like the scene's mood and all that, I start reading the line as I would, and then I just doing it multiple times makes me memorize it.
Repetition. Repetition is just what needs to happen. Like I remember for that same one act, I was waiting for my mom to get a haircut. I had my script out in the car, just running lines, because you just got to get them down somehow. And for me, it's repetition.
Usually scene to scene usually helps me.
look at the lines that are before and after mine, and then I look at my line so I can figure out where my line goes in that scene. It takes a while, but as I also think of my blocking that I get told to do, and I put that into consideration when I'm doing it. So I'm like, if I'm going stage left, for example, I know that that's when I say a certain line.
And then I play a little game with them. It's more of a focus, know your lines kind of trick. Is that I'll have them circle up, and I'll throw a ball out, and the person who has the ball has the line, and then they have to throw it to the next person who has a line, who has to throw it to the next person who has a line, and we do the whole show in a circle, throwing a ball back and forth. You have to be aware enough to catch it and say your line, and so you really can't think too much about it, and you're still trying to do physical activity there on top of it. So it is kind of it's a nice one. And then when they finally get that down, then we speed it up.
I finally asked what we could expect from the play Beetlejuice.
It's just a really fun production, and this is one I think it's kind of for the kids. They were really excited to do it, and they're having a great time, so I'm looking forward to that.
So I'm Lydia in Beetlejuice, like the main female role, and it's like this 15-year-old just angsty teenager who's like being drugged around by her dad and just being drugged to this new house, and she doesn't like it at all because her family had just been torn apart by the loss of their mother. And so with that, she's just moody and doesn't really want to get along with her father and her father's friend Delia. And so she just is kind of going on an adventure to do whatever she can to go home.
So I'm playing Charles Dietz, which is Lydia Dietz's dad. Most of what he does is he's trying to get over his wife who dies and trying to help his daughter Lydia get over that too. And so he has a person named Delia, who's a life coach, try and come in and convince her to get over those feelings, and then they all spiral and it just goes in a completely opposite direction.
So Delia is the social worker, or I guess social worker for Lydia, because her mom passed away. And instead of Delia is helping both Lydia and Charles, and Delia ends up marrying Charles.
Oh, Beetlejuice. I love, with Beetlejuice Jr., I absolutely love the music. It's a little tongue-in-cheek. It's a show about death. And we don't hold back. In fact, we have a song called It's a Show About Death. It's kind of how we started off. And it's just the music and kind of the actors, how they have... you can just watch them and see how much fun they're having together doing this musical as it comes together. It's kind of fun.
Right now, it's like after there's a big old opening number Beetlejuice has, and there's a monologue right after, and I just can't get it down. It's so confusing.
Can you give it a try right now?
He's like, thank you. That's an old Scandinavian folk song. But what's the point? And then I'm out.
Okay. You can meet Beetlejuice in person when the Maple River Drama Club performs the play for the public on November 7th, 8th, and 9th at 7 p.m. with a special matinee performance on the 9th at 2 p.m. Be there if you dare.